Hello, and welcome to the fire station. My name is Judy Smith, and my husband Ben and I own the most historic property in Holland, the old fire station, which started out as the original fire station, the original library, and the original city hall. The fire station was built in 1883, and we are only the third owners of the fire station. The city owned it for a while, a group of architects owned it for a while, and now we own it. And if you were lucky, you could be the next owner. Come on in and let's take a look at the fire station. So now we're in the entryway to the fire station where most of the historical pieces of the fire station are kept, like the grate. This is the original grate that was in the floor, so when the horses were pulled in and they hosed off the fire wagon, there was a grate, and then all of that would go into the ground. The floor here is the original floor, which has the markings on it, and that's where when they would pull the horses in or the carriage in, it would be right into this space. And this is the pole, the original pole, which is sitting in the exact spot it was originally when the fire station was built. Upstairs, we'll be able to see a spot in the floor that we have retained that shows us where that pole was when the fire station was built. So now, when we come in from the front area where the pole and the grate were, we come into the main part of the fire station. And this is right now an office space, but there again, we have all the ceilings are original, or they're tin, and all the wainscoting is original. And so we've managed to keep most everything here that's important to the fire station just like it was. This is the conference room. So now we're in the residential part of the fire station. So when you look at this upstairs, you can notice that the ceilings are all tin and they're all original. All the wainscoting is original, and the floor in here is original. When we tore everything up in here, we found like part of the floor was painted red, and that had been a spot for maybe the library, which the first library was here. Part of the floor was painted green, and we figured that was a part for City Hall because the first City Hall was here. But in the back, that's where the firemen slept. We have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. This space used to be a conference room. When this was office space, this space was a little kitchen, and that seemed to be the perfect place to put our bathroom. This is the tower room, and this became my office. If you want to go up into the tower, you go right up here on this ladder, and then you can see where they used to dry the hoses. Between the floors, we have a storage space, and also HVAC is in this space, but it's nice to have a little storage in the fire station. So when you come down the back stairs, depending on where you're going, you can come through this door. You can go to the right, out to the back where we have, like I said, we have our own parking, which is kind of unusual in downtown Holland. And then there are bathrooms. There's the men's room and the women's room. So we have one room that we use for storage. And then there are 3 little offices. This being the best one because it looks right out on 8th Street. So one of the most unique things about Holland, Michigan is snowmelt. Snowmelt occurs when you take warm water from wherever you would get it, mostly from a power plant, and you run it through pipes underneath the sidewalk and the streets, and it melts snow. So if you look over here in this parking lot and you see all the snow, we've had a lot of snow this winter. This is what it looks like without snow melt. If you look here and you look at the street and the sidewalk and this enclosed area, this is all snow melted. So in the winter, it can be the dead of winter and it can be snowing, and you walk out here and there's no snow. Makes living downtown just grand in the wintertime. So when you own a historic building like the fire station, like we have all these years, I've always felt that you really don't own it, you are just caretaking it for future generations, because the history that's in this building is nowhere else in Holland. And if anything ever happened to the building, all that history would be gone. So if you get a chance to own a historic building like this, count yourself very lucky that you can be a part of Holland's history also.